Hey everyone, Alex here, and welcome to the YaBonks Show. I am going to demonstrate how to use the new Aequinox DEX on the Binance Smart Chain, and it is a balancer style DEX for the first time on BSC, on the Binance Smart Chain, and it just launched within, I think, the last 24 hours or so, and it is just going crazy right now. The rewards that this thing is emitting for the different pools is extremely juicy, as they say. So we've got like the blue chip pool with it's like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. It's 2% daily right now. And this is going to be paid out in Aequinox tokens. And the Aequinox pool itself is printing out almost 12% rewards daily right now. So a lot of people in all the Discord servers I'm in are just talking about this and talking about how crazy this stuff is. And I am going to show you real quick for anybody confused how to use this new DEX as fast as I can, okay? And for the record, here's the chart for the Aequinox token, the initial run-up from launch, and then I think private sailors and stuff like that, like angel investors, like their little bit that they had released from vesting off the bat. They probably sold some, and now it's building back up pretty strongly. We're up 20% in the last 24 hours on this, and this is with the reward token itself. So let's just jump right into it. First things first, here are the different pools, okay? Here are the core pools that get the lion's share of the rewards. The rewards right now are super juicy because the pools are not diluted yet. So if you're in other dexes, the best time for farming is right off the bat, because as more and more people find out about it and dilute the pool by increasing the TVL in each pool, then the rewards here, the APRs go down, okay? So first off, they got funny names like pegging enthusiasts, and that's for AMES token. They're algorithmically pegged stablecoin on the AMES DeFi Tomb fork, or United Finance fork, if you will. And they also have AShare, the rewards token for that as well. And this is a way for them to support their other protocols as well by just, you know, and it seems to be working. And they got the blue chips, they got BNB and BUSD pool here. They got the Aequinox one that's super high rewards right now, and then they've got this trifecta one, which is like a stablecoin pool, which is 300% APR right now. It's crazy for a stablecoin pool. So let's see. I wanted to jump in. I'll show you straight from the beginning how to do this. First, you know, wake up your cold wallet devices. And I want to get some of the AShare pool just so I have some exposure to AShare. I've been meaning to do this. So here's AShare's 75% of the pool. BUSD is 25% of the pool. And let me see if I can get the cursor on here so you can see what I'm showing you. Here we go. All right. Now, I am just going to, so all you got to do if you're interested in doing this, and by the way, it's all DeFi stuff. DeFi's high risk, yada, yada, yada. Do your own research. Only invest or, you know, only play around with what you're willing to lose. Disposable income. Treat DeFi as a whole as a casino right now because, you know, it's the wild, wild west, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, watch my AMA about this video with the owner if you want to learn more about it and who they are and all that stuff. So that video, you can find it in my channel. But right now, I just want to give you a quick demo. So I'm going to click invest here. And then I am just going to use some of my BUSD. I don't know. Let's do $100, okay? And then I'm just going to click preview and see what happens. Right? It's going to take 100. Shows you some information. Now, one of the big steps I'll show you after you go through this is what you do next. You have to actually stake it. So when you put assets into a pool, then you will get a receipt token, and then you need to stake that receipt token to get the Aequinox rewards, okay? So let me confirm this on my wallet. There we go. Boom. Let's see how that works out. One of the reasons I wanted to get in this pool is because if A-share has another run up like it does frequently, especially with Aequinox is going to probably pump up AIMS to peg. Not financial advice. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm expecting some kind of movement on A-share as well. So this is one way for me to be kind of sitting in some A-share, get some exposure to it. Now here we go. We got fireworks, pretty cool. And let's click stake this to earn extra. All right. So that's the next step. You click stake here. You have to approve it. So that'll pop up on MetaMask. You can't see my MetaMask here on the window, but it just popped up. Going to accept it on my cold wallet. All right. So it's going. It's a nice little interface they got here. It can be confusing though if you've never used a balancer style DEX. There's a lot of steps involved, more so than just like a pancake swap. All right, so here we go. I staked my LP tokens, and awesome. Now let's go back and see what we got. So here's my pool balance. I got 25 bucks in BUSD now and 73 bucks approximately in A-share. Okay. And if you go down to, so if you got into this pool and you didn't click that stake LP button, you'd want to come down here to where it says staking incentives. Okay. And you would click this and you would click stake. And it's showing that already. Let me refresh the page and see what the deal is. So it says they are unstaked. Let me check my transaction and see if it went through. Oh, it just approved it. Okay, it didn't actually stake it. Whoops, my bad. So I'm going to click stake. It's already approved, so now I just click stake here. I approve the transaction in my wallet, and on my cold wallet, I give it the I give it the go ahead. And this pool is between 1% and 2% per day, I think. So at the moment, yeah, 1,300% APR. I mean, that's just insane, right? That's like almost 3% per day or more. I don't know. So yeah, that's the next highest reward value. Anyway, so if you see here in staking incentives now for this pool, it shows I have all of mine staked, and that means they will be earning interest here in my portfolio. Now, I've already got some stuff I was testing around earlier, just putting some stuff in here, and here's my BUSD A-share that we just did. Keep in mind, this is where it says my portfolio, and it shows the BNB chain liquidity incentives. So right here, and this is where you will be earning Aequinox tokens, and you can claim them here once you've staked your LP tokens. Like here, I did the blue chip one, right? It's wrapped ETH, wrapped Bitcoin, and wrapped BNB. And I've already earned like 61 cents, and I put like 100 bucks in there a few hours ago. So this thing's chugging along. And I also did about $100 into the AIMS BUSD pool. It's 50-50, and it's earned me about 20 cents in a few hours. No, I only put $20 in this one. All right, so this one's pretty interesting. Now, here's the blue chip one. A lot of people might be interested in doing this, depending on your position on the overall market. I might start DCAing into this and using this kind of as a way to have it more of like a somewhat balanced blue chip portfolio for crypto and get these rewards. Now, okay, this is where things get a little tricky. So the Aequinox pool, I want to put more in here, and it has the highest rewards rate. It's like 12% per day right now. It's crazy. So I'm going to click invest here. I'm going to, oh, I don't know. Let's put in, what's that, 0.3? About $100. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to click preview. So it was about $100. I'm just going to YOLO it in there. All right. This is, I'm chucking this in there, and I'm going to lock it for a year. personal choice. Some people say don't like locking. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that later and why. But for now, I'm just like, this is locking's always risky in DeFi, right? You know, like a year in DeFi is like 10 years in the real world. Anyway, I'm gonna click invest there. I'm gonna confirm it on my wallet. Confirm it on my cold wallet. Always use a cold wallet. Protect yourselves. All right. Now, one of the reasons I am going to lock this AEQ slash BNB LP token that LP tokens that I just got. I'm going to lock these to get veAEQ, and that gives me voting emissions power. I don't know if that's actually what it stands for, but you get to vote how the emissions are distributed to the different pools in the DEX. So I am going to lock this. All right, this personal choice. Some people don't lock. Some people just maybe will lock it for a week. Some people will lock it for a year. But you will get more weight in the voting pools if you lock it for a longer period of time. Okay. So you get boosted liquidity mining yields and increased voting power. And you get to use this voting power to gauge which pool gets allocated the liquidity mining incentives. And one thing that's interesting with like Balancer and Curve and stuff like that is that some other protocols exist solely to buy up the voting rights in dexes like this. And there's a thing called like the Curve Wars that happens. And there's another project like Sphere. I think one of their value propositions is buying up the voting rights in different DAOs and dexes and stuff like that, and controlling basically how those protocols are operated. It's very interesting. And what happens is you get bidding wars, basically people fighting over this, bribe wars they call it, where they're going to be going after basically control of these dexes in terms of voting powers and emissions. So yeah, so the AEQ rewards will compound in here automatically, and yeah, and then you vote for your favorite core pools, and the rest of the capital investment goes as cash flow to follow those APRs. So let's just see. You know what? I already staked about the same amount for a year earlier. I'm gonna just test one and do a week this time and just see what happens. And lock until, wait a sec, let me click max. Okay, so here are my max APT tokens. Now when you invest into the AEQ BNB liquidity pool, you get APT tokens in return. It's like a receipt token, and then you can stake those receipt tokens in what is called the Dynamo. Okay, now actually, before I do this, I just want to show you where you would do this otherwise. So I'm back at the home page, and if you go to the AEQ Dynamo, this is where you vote to direct rewards to your favorite pools. So I have this much of the AEQ BNB token, the APT tokens, and I have this much locked already. I locked this for 1 year, and let's see what happens if I try to lock it for a different amount of time. I'm just experimenting on the fly, okay? And this is done right here. You click this plus button next to your APT token, okay? And that'll actually allow me to get more. I don't want to do that. Let's click locked. Okay. And I have this much. Let's lock it for a week. Why is that showing 8/17? Okay, so since I've already locked for a year, that's the only date I can use. So whichever date, apparently, this is what I'm not sure if this is how it's going to work going forward, but it appears that once you pick a lock time, then all you can really do is add to that lock time. So you can't pick multiple locking dates. Not yet, at least. I don't know if that's something that's coming, but for the Dynamo, it looks like if I lock, I can only lock for the existing lockup period that I'm already in with my other APT tokens. So I'm just going to chuck these in here for a year, $100 for another year. I'm hoping in 1 year's time, this compounds, this DEX gets popular. I consider this like a lotto ticket almost, because like I won't be able to do anything with these for a whole year. Something could go wrong, and you know, it's DeFi. Worst case scenario, this gets wiped out, goes to zero. But I personally think this team is pretty strong, and their other protocols have gone 6 months plus, and the community seems to like the team and their projects a lot. So I'm taking a gamble here by locking up for 1 year. And if this like $200 that I've put in here, or whatever, $250 total, it's a lot, you know, of money. But if it goes well, it could be a huge payday for me in 1 year. That's my hope, right? I'm speculating here. So I am just gonna do it. And some people, you know, $250 to some people is nothing, but to other people it's a lot of money. Like to me, that's a lot of money, right? I'm not super rich like some people out here. I'm not a whale, not yet, but I will be. You'll see. You'll see. You can watch me on my journey to become a whale as I just gamble my way up there in DeFi, right? Not financial advice at all. Don't do what I do. I'm terrible at this. But hopefully one of these things that I stick some money in will pop off big time in a year. And especially, like, think of if the next bull run comes in the next year or two. And I got in here early and locked these up, and they compound it like, what, 12% per day right now, rewards. Then that would be, you know, obviously those rewards will go down as the pools get diluted. But, like, over time, like, getting that high reward and then rewards the entire time compounded for a whole year. I don't know, maybe I end up with a ton of tokens, and then maybe there's a bidding war, curve war for the voting and governance rights in this DEX, this balancer style DEX, and then who knows? Maybe in a year from now, this is worth a lot more. That's my gamble here today, okay? And I've increased the lock amount by $100, okay? And yeah, and now I've approved it. Now I click increase lock amount. All right. Here we go. See what happens. Got fireworks. And this will this lockup date ends August 16th, 2023. So I am just gonna this thing I'm gonna set and forget. However, I think you actually do get to claim some rewards potentially. Okay, not for this one, I don't think. Yeah, so I have voting power though, and this will auto compound, I do believe. Okay, so I have 18 of these APT tokens worth $250 now, and this is just going to snowball in terms of AEQ over the next year. This is the Dynamo. I get to direct the rewards to my favorite pools now. So once you do this, make sure to scroll down and vote. Okay, there's a voting period, and there are like periods where you vote, and then the next period those votes are applied and the rewards are allocated to the different pools accordingly. Okay, so my vote right now is on this blue chip pool, which I have the most in, so I have voted for that. I want to get the most rewards for the blue chip pool. Yeah, so I voted for that. You click vote, and your votes are locked for 10 days. You won't be able to make any edits to this vote for 10 days. So I can't change my vote right now because I did it earlier today to test it out. But all you would do is click like vote on whatever, put in what percent that you want your vote to go to, and then you hit edit vote or, you know, apply vote or whatever it was earlier, and that's it. And you can split your votes however you want, and then the next time this happens, those rewards are distributed proportionally to the different pools that you see here in the core pools. And this APR is what that goes to. It'll boost them. So I am hoping to boost the bullish on blue chips pool because I am kind of trying to stick some of my profits out here in DeFi into more blue chip stuff. And I figure this might be an interesting way to diversify some of my blue chip holdings in a way that can get me more rewards in terms of liquidity pool farming. So that's it. That's how you do it. As you saw here, I got into the AShare BUSD pool and I staked it, and now I'm getting rewards here in my portfolio for it. That's right here. And it's already earned 4 cents in like the past 10 minutes that we've been talking. And I also did maybe a little more high risk thing with their unique protocol token, Aequinox, and I grabbed some, staked it with wrapped BNB, and I then went and I stuck it in the AAEQ Dynamo for an entire year. Now, the different lengths of time that you lock up for increases, I believe, the amount of rewards you get, the strength of the rewards that you will get here, as well as the strength of your voting power. And I think your voting power kind of dwindles with time, and you can kind of re-up it and re-strengthen it by staking more into this staking pool. So go look at the documentation, go to the Discord, ask some questions, check it out. Also check my AMA with Jules, aka Nice Person. He's super smart. It's fascinating talking with him about this stuff because he's so knowledgeable on it, and he can really, you know, he really breaks down how this all works. And yeah, so I'm taking a gamble on the 12% daily Equinox pool right now. This will come down with time. You'll see as the word gets out about this, you'll see these pools become diluted as this DEX gains liquidity and TVL, and that liquidity then gets shared between all these pools in different ways. That's why Balancer Style DEX is so cool. You can look into how it works behind the scenes in other videos. But yeah, right now, I wanted to get this out here for you guys. The Equinox team wanted me to get this out here for you guys. So here it is. I hope this demo was informative and helps you. I know I was confused at first when I got into like one of these pools. I clicked this, I clicked the invest button, and I got, I allocated it here into the pool balance, but then I didn't do anything with it for like a few hours. And I was like, wait a second, where are my rewards? And then I was like, wait a sec, I have to stake those LP tokens. So make sure you stake your LP tokens after you have gone into one of these pools. Now, you could just sit in these pools and get exposure to these assets, and that's what a lot of people will do. However, I wanted to stake it so I can get the AEQ, the Equinox token rewards, because, I don't know what's going to happen with the price, but I'm going to take those rewards, I'm going to wrap them up, and I'm probably going to sell some to take my profits, but I'm also going to take a small portion of those probably and add them to this Equinox BNB pool, and then wrap them up in the Dynamo. And I'm going to, I'm speculating that in a year, this will become a popular DEX on BSC, and other protocols will be fighting over and having bribe wars or curve wars, as they're called on other chains, over the Dynamo, the V tokens, veAEQ, which gives you the voting power to determine how this protocol distributes the rewards to your favorite pools. So if you're like a whale or a big like hedge fund or a large protocol with a large treasury that you want to that's going to invest in here, they will, say, I'm going to go hard on the stable coin farm. We will be the stable coin liquidity provider for the Aequinox DEX, and they might take all of those rewards and get a big position in AEQ slash BNB tokens, the APT tokens, and they might lock them up for a year and get the lion's share, the majority of the voting power. And when somebody does that and they basically buy up the voting power here and then direct it to the pools that they might have a extremely large share of the liquidity in, they can kind of guide the protocol based on the market, and they can say, I think right now we need to be sitting in stables, and if we take over the voting rights here, we can direct the most of the rewards to the stablecoin liquidity farm and get higher rewards doing that strategy than staking it in other stablecoin yield farming platforms. So it you know, these people, a lot of money and big treasuries and stuff like that are playing these kind of games in terms of taking over the voting for the emissions pools. They have strategies like that. And then if they think the market's going to turn bullish overall on crypto, they might move from a portion of their stablecoins into here, the blue chip pool. And then they might take all their voting power and put it here and then maximize the rewards going there. So they're kind of double dipping on a few different things by doing that. So that's it, you guys. That's everything. This is Aequinox DEX. You can find it at aequinox.exchange, AEQUINOX.exchange. Check them out on Discord and on their website. It's very interesting, exciting stuff. I love seeing new dexes like this. Like balancer style dexes are very rare on BSC. I have never seen one myself. So this is a popular team with other popular protocols, so this thing's getting a lot of attention right now, and it just started literally like 4 days ago. Yeah, it launched 4 days ago, and the word's just getting out there. So these rewards are still super, super high. They will probably come down shortly, but right now, super high. I just threw some in there just to see what happens. Anyway, hope this was fun and exciting for you like it was for me. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.